Welcome to the Crypt of Wax. Today we are talking Gjendød, Svekkelse,
I
Norwegian.
like how you pronounce that. How did you know? How do you know? Because I just thought I was just like in my head. I was like Gjendød,
Gjendød. Should we pronounce
Kendod,
Gjendød? Should we pronounce
which is a
every?
very relevant reference.
Yeah,
One
let us
that's
know.
like-
Let us know if you got that reference. Should we every song title? Should we just say it as British as possible?
We can do. It might sort of ruin the illusion of it. I mean, I quite like the way you pronounce things, John.
Gjendød. Yes, Norwegian. I believe they're Norwegian.
They are.
Yeah, they are. Black metal, to put it bluntly. A little bit more unique, though, than just your traditional black metal, aren't they, Mike?
Oh man, I mean, I wouldn't even just say a little bit more unique. They're very unique sounding band, in my opinion.
Had you heard them before? Because I hadn't.
No, never heard of them. And actually, when you look at their back catalogue, they've done quite a lot.
Yeah, so they formed in 2015. So yeah, 10 years around. And what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full lengths.
Yeah.
But I think they're quite highly regarded in the black metal scene. The last record seemed to do quite well. But yeah, this is the new release, Svekkelse. I was pleasantly surprised, man, when putting this on straight away. I think one thing I noticed straight away actually was that it was quite bright. The production was quite bright and bass heavy, wasn't it?
I mean, yeah, it's probably one of the most prominent bass guitars I've heard in a black metal mix.
Yeah.
And it's, and it's so much of the sound, I think, is in the bass playing as well. I don't know for sure, but to me, it sounds like he uses fingers as opposed to pick. I could be wrong there.
Yeah, I couldn't quite pick that out.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. But
you couldn't quite figure that out.
The kind of jokes we have around here.
I know.
Yeah,
that's what the doctor said to the constipated patient. That's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah. Right.
Kind of on the spot, though.
Yeah. Well done. Points for that. I don't know if it was picked or not, but I don't. Yeah, potentially it was fingered, but it was just so prominent, and it was such a driving force of the band, and like there was such a good relationship between the guitar and the bass playing.
Yeah. You had a lot of kind of counter melodies and stuff as well. He liked doing like sort of walking bass lines as well, which I thought on the slower sections, on the slower songs, I thought his bass playing was what kept them not. I don't want to say kept it interesting because I liked what the guitar and stuff was doing, but often in bands when you hear them doing the slower ones, you kind of just have maybe the bass ringing out on the same chords, but he'd be like doing something extra that's keeping another layer and level of interest in those slower moments.
That was 100% prominent on track 4. The way I'm going to pronounce this, En Stør I Hørget.
Yeah,
that one. It was.
So,
it was.
I heard it.
Yeah. That like the guitar, like you're saying, the guitar playing, it wasn't boring. Boring. I'm saying boring. It definitely wasn't boring, but like there was a lot of like just kind of tremolo chords going out.
And it was like layers, wasn't it? Really like nice layers. Like
yeah. But the bass was walking almost. I don't want to say plodding, but it had that kind of like.
Yeah.
That feel to it, didn't it? Which really it just gave it a bit more. Yeah, it was a bit more unique in that sense, rather than just kind of root noting the chords.
Yeah. No, it really was. I mean, this album. I mean, I thought it was amazing.
Yeah,
I absolutely loved it. This could be the best album I've heard this year.
Listen, for those new here. We say that a lot, but
No, but I think this could be though.
Yeah, I'm in an agreement.
I know I've said it for loads of other things, but I think this one definitely could be.
This is the one. The title's going to be such clickbait. Album of the year again.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm in an agreement, man. It was when I first put it on. It was there was instantly something about it that just pulled me in. It had that. The vocals had that kind of weirdness to it. The riffs were like fantastic throughout. The guitar playing, it got really quite technical in places, but there was a lot of like
Yeah.
stripped back kind of more traditional black metal in that sense as well. But it was the songwriting. It was like everything flowed.
Mm.
Everything felt intentional. There was nothing. There was no disjointed transitions or anything like
Yeah.
that. And even the song structures, just everything worked.
I felt like, sort of talking individually about songs as well, like you're saying about how it hit you straight away. Track one, like you've got this kind of, it sort of starts in those melodic chords, doesn't it? Almost kind of like the drums are quite, what they're sort of accenting almost, aren't they? The chord changes, and then it goes quickly into blast, and you get this like melodic line that's almost this like kind of cinematic westerny kind of
Yeah,
feel to it. And at
with the
that point,
whammy
I'm like,
bar.
wow, what? Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, what is this? This is
Yeah,
fucking cool.
yeah,
Like, and then and for me, because the vocals aren't straight away, you're then waiting. You're thinking, right, what are the vocals going to do? What are they going to bring to this? Because that, you know, that could be the deciding thing whether it really gets you, or because it felt like at that point, because it had that melodic element and things like that, it was open to what the vocals could be.
yeah,
But when the vocals come in, they got that evilness to it, and it all works so well. And track one, those chords, like, you know, you get this kind of the whole thing with modern black metal where you've got these kind of more melodic chords playing over blast beats or whatever, and it's, you know, the whole black gaze thing and kind of modern US black metal. This the chords they used on this were, track one anyway, were particularly melodic,
yeah.
but it just works so well. Like,
But it didn't
yeah,
read. It didn't read like that US shoegazy black metal, did it?
no,
It felt. I don't kind of know what word I'm looking for here, but it just felt a bit more. I don't want to say authentic, but there was just a kind of the melody felt a bit more.
it was almost more melodic. Do you know what I mean? Like, in the sense
Yeah.
that it wasn't, they weren't doing kind of minor chords and stuff on this one. It was all quite uplifting.
Yes.
Um, and
But still felt really evil though.
yeah, it
Y-
just, I don't know. They did make changes, didn't they? Where they would then bring into kind of like darker chords and stuff.
Yeah.
And it just all works so well. That song was a highlight on the album, actually. I felt like, I don't know about you, John, like the first three songs in particular in a row were utterly incredible. Like,
Yes.
maybe my favorite in recent albums anyway, 3-song hit I've heard. I know track four is great, but track four kind of slows it down,
Yeah.
changes up the pace. But those three, for being quite like, you know, quick, kind of like, you know, one's after the other, it's just mine. But I've listened to those first three like a lot. If I haven't had time to do the whole album, I'll just put those three on because I can't get enough of them.
I think, I'm in agreement. I think track 2 is probably my favorite of the three.
Yeah,
It's a lot more. There's a lot more aggression going on in the song. It's not
yeah,
as melodic, but there's a lot of complexity in the guitar. Man, this is where like
yeah,
the first track had the kind of melody, the cool D lines, and then like you said, that kind of Western whammy bar thing going on, which was
yeah,
unique. But then track 2, they introduced a lot of complexity to the guitar work. You had a bit more intricate guitar riffing, like picking, and like there was even a solo at the end that I just
great
wasn't.
solo.
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah,
expecting this band to be like a solo-y kind of band, but
yeah.
that here we are. I thought that song was probably one of my standouts. Then into track 3, Uten Nard Nayday
Hey, that was my standout of
3.
the album. There's a part on it, right, and it's just before 3
I
minutes
know the
where it
bit you mean.
stops.
I know the bit you mean.
Oh, fucking hell! That's the best bit of the album. So it stops and goes into that riff,
Yeah,
and you think it's going to go slow.
slow.
The drums,
That's exactly
and,
what I
and then
put.
it and then it bursts in. But it's not even just that. But it's the bit afterwards. It then
Yep,
changes to another chord sequence,
yep,
and then they harmonize that chord sequence,
yep.
and it's that harmony when it comes in. I was like, that's
That's
incredible.
it. That's it.
That is.
That's it. Turn the record off. I've heard enough. Album of the year.
That yeah, basically that to me, that whole sequence going from that break to where they harmonise that riff, which I think they pretty much finish on. I think is
Yeah,
towards the end. Was my highlight of the album. maybe the best thing I've heard this year is that sequence to the
It
end.
it
It's
was
incredible.
it was amazing. I had the exact same notes. I was like everything felt as if it's gearing towards a slow riff moment, but the blasts come in and it puts you into like a trance because you had a slow picked riff going over the top, but the blast going over the top, and it
Yeah,
it was just it hit so perfectly that and yeah,
yeah,
like you said, it was because you were expecting something else. Yeah, I thought that, and then yeah, the riff that goes after it, like you said, amazing. Track four, even I thought keeps the level up, but it changes the pace entirely. The songwriting is still really really good. It's a lot. It's probably their longest song by a minute or so. It's like double the length of all the other
mm,
songs except for the last. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, this it had a bit more of like a depressive black metal overtone. It had that kind of slower mid
yeah.
tempo. Tremolo picky, but it almost went a little bit proggy around 2:30. Some of the guitar work was a little bit intricate, and then they reintroduced that kind of whammy bar on the lead line. So I just thought it was like a really good change in pace on the album.
Yeah, it was, and it was well placed actually after those 3 songs to hear
Yeah,
something like that. And it was one of those where it's 8 minutes. They kind of let the song breathe. The bass playing's doing some really nice, interesting stuff under which keeps your attention, and the layering of the guitars that he's doing is really really cool over the top. It's melodic. It's really nice. It was a great song, and then after all that, you go into track 5, which when you think of like the complexities and stuff, that song's
yeah,
maybe the most complex of all of them. You've got that acoustic guitar parts in there, and which he's playing. He's doing this quite complex, leady type riff,
yeah.
and then he goes and does it on the acoustic as well, basically the same.
I
And
I put this down as maybe this could be your favorite because it had that kind of early, almost like mathcore to it. There was
yeah, it did have a little bit of that.
it was
Yeah, yeah.
quite techie in place. I thought, oh, I wonder if Mike's going to enjoy this one.
I did enjoy. Do you know what? I have to say, it was probably the first song that stood out to me on first listen. And then when I went back through it, a few more. I listened to be honest, I've listened to this album loads since
Yeah,
since it came out on Friday. And then it's one of those albums. The more you listen, the more bits you find, and the more appreciation you get from other songs, on it. And but no, I thought this song was great. Um, I have to say though, maybe from maybe the back, I need to. I need to get more appreciation for the end of the album as I do for the beginning. I don't know if is it a bit top heavy for you?
I somewhat I know what you're saying, but I think for me, I really enjoyed track six. I thought it was it had that kind of slower down tempo intro, but what
Mm.
I loved about this song was there was like really cool like effect on the vocals. It had that kind of like underwater, it's kind of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
gargly.
yeah.
It was really cool, and then there was like they introduced some slide guitar.
That
Towards
was
the end of the
awesome.
song. Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that was really cool. For me, I think track 7 is the only track that didn't really have any kind of standout appeal, but it wasn't bad by any stretch.
No, no.
And
That's not me saying any of it was was bad or below par, but
just you think
I
it's a
felt
bit more stacked at the front.
I think there were more moments in the first five songs than there were in the last 3.
Side A beats side B for you.
I would say so, but that's no. And what I'm hoping is this album's really kind of got its hooks in me that I'm going to listen to it a lot more. That I'm hoping that I'll soon start getting those same feelings towards the other songs because I did like them. I thought the last song I really liked I like the beginning of it. It's kind of similar in a way to track 4. You got the bass doing some really cool stuff while it's slow, and then they go into the blast as well. Actually, you said about track 7. I liked in track 7 how that kind of suddenly goes fast, sort of out of nowhere as well. That was they do a lot of things in there
Yeah.
that catch you out.
Yeah,
It's good, man.
I'm not saying it was bad by any means, like you're saying.
No,
It's just I think it was the one out of. It's probably the only track out of all of them that I've got the least
mm,
notes for. So like that's the
yeah,
one. But yeah, I thought it ended really well. I thought track 8 was it was a good song, but I liked the ending. I thought it had that kind of huge, powerful ring out
yeah,
chords with the kind of cool lead
yeah,
that goes over it. It felt like a good end to the album. But I think
yeah.
overall, yeah, like you said, this is definitely up there for contender, isn't it? For AOTY.
Oh, listen. This is for me. This is actually one of the best modern black metal albums I've heard.
Yeah.
I think I haven't really heard much that touches this.
It's really well done. Let us know in the comments if you've checked this band out, like what you thought of them. Also, where this kind of stands in their discography, because are you going to go back and listen to more?
I gave a really quick listen to the album that came out before because I know that was getting some praise. I only listened to a really quick blast of it, but it kind of sounded. It didn't sound as good as this one. Like the production was a lot more raw, and I have to say the production on this is fucking impeccable, man. It's so good.
Really good.
It's not lo-fi. It's not lo-fi,
No.
but it's organic and it's massive. It sounds amazing. The one before was a lot more lo-fi in the production. Things sounded a bit more all over the place levels wise. I feel like this album is where they've maybe. I mean, I will check out their other stuff, but I feel that this one's the one where they've leveled up in so many ways. Before we go though, have you seen the promo shot of them?
What, in the forest?
Yeah,
shirtless and.
I've never seen a more fucking intimidating promo shot than that. Like it's quite terrifying.
It is quite, because I think it links into their last album, doesn't it? I think that's
it. It does. Yeah. It's similar to the. I think it's a couple of albums before maybe, but it's it's part of that thing. But like the fact one of them you can't even really see.
Yeah,
like
just the blood.
They're pretty obscured. It's got this like proper serial killer vibe about it, which again very very cool. Like it looks very unstaged, very like it was just done.
Very Norwegian.
Although I'm assuming the blood was staged, it wasn't.
Well, who knows? Let us know in the comments if it was or it wasn't.
Was it a relative of yours? And I apologise if it was. Sorry.
Yeah. Listen, Mike, I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna end this chat because my voice is fried and dying here. So
go on then.
Yeah. If you got to this point in the video, let us. Thanks for sticking around. Give us a like and a subscribe because we put out videos every Wednesday and Friday covering the latest metal releases. But yeah, let us know. Definitely check this one out and let us know what you think of it or what this band, their discography is saying. But yeah, we will catch you in the next one.